Hello everybody, this is Great Math with me, JP, and today we are solving yet another problem. I don't know why this is here. Okay, forgot that you've ever seen that. Okay, today we are doing another problem, okay? So here we go. So it says find all the missing sides of the diagram. And, oops, I forgot to put this, but, okay, there was a side 6 here. And this is the thing, this is the question, and we're trying to find. We only know that this side length is 6, and we're trying to find this length. We're trying to find this length, that length, that length, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. And we only have that side length to refer to, and that's pretty much it. So I'll teach you how to do something like this when you're stuck in trouble and you don't know how. So let's go do it. So the first thing you want to do most likely is try to find all the angles, okay? So that's 60 degrees. Because that's 45 degrees. We all know these are 90, so I don't need to touch those. This is also a 60, 30, 90. So I get to do that, and another 45 degree. So we have two 45, 45, 90, and two 30, 60, 90 triangles. Okay, that's great. So now I have this, and some of you guys will be like, oh wait, that doesn't help at all. How am I going to do this? You guys start stressing out, and you guys have no clue what to do. Yeah, we've seen that before, and I will show you how. So when you flip this over, it looks like this. If you add another one of that, it's an equilateral triangle. How do I know this? 60 degrees, that's 90, but we don't care about that. So the other side would be also 60. This will be 30, this would be 30, and therefore it's 60 degrees. Okay, done. Now, we know this is 6, and the other side would be 6. Therefore, it will be 12. Therefore, this side is 12. Okay, but we're trying to find this length. So let's get right to it. Some simple math. 6 squared, which is 36, plus b squared is equal to 144. We do the math. B squared is equal to 108. Now, then we find the square root. B is equal to the square root of 108. That is divisible by 9 and 12, or divisible by 9, 3, and 4. Both 4 and 9, when you multiply those together, you get 36. 36 is a square. So when you get that, you get b is equal to 6 times the square root of 3. Funny, this is the same thing as 1/2 of the side length of an equilateral triangle. Now, let me get to that because that's going to help us when we get to here. Okay, let's say we have an equilateral triangle, okay? All sides are 2, and each one of these are 1. So we're trying to find the side length here. So when we take half of it, when we put it here, we have 1, 2, and then we have this missing side that we have no clue what it is, right? So we start solving the problem as is. So 1 squared plus b squared, I guess, is equal to 2 squared. When we do it, it's 1 plus b squared is equal to 4. Then we minus that, it's b squared is equal to 3. Okay, and then we finally get b is equal to the square root of 3. Now, it's just simply like that. When we find stuff like that, that's pretty much the equation. So whatever this is, the middle line, the height, in other words, that is always 1/3 of whatever half of the base is of an equilateral triangle, okay? So, get that stuck in your brain. That's going to help you a lot. So, I know this is 6 by the square root of 3. So, I almost forgot about that, but because I remembered the equation thing, I remembered about that part. So, this is a 45-45 triangle. Therefore, it's an isosceles. So, they said the same thing as that. So, it's 12 and 12. And we are looking for this side right here. So we do the simple math. 144 plus 144 is equal to c squared. So it's 288 is equal to c squared. Then we do the math. It is square root of 288 is equal to c squared. Now I know this is divisible by 9, and I do have a video about that, how I know if something is divisible by something. So this is divisible by 9, so let's do the math. 288, 2, 3, 27 minus that, 1, 8, 6, that's not 6, that's 2. 18 minus that, 0, so that's 32. So that's 3 by the square root of 32 is equal to c squared. That's the same thing as 4 times 8, or that's the same thing as 16 times 2. 16 is 1, so that's 3 times 4, because 16, not the square root of 16 is, the square root of 16 is 4, so when we do it, we multiply 12 is by the square root of 2 is equal to c squared. Or no, that's equal to c, sorry. That's what I did wrong before. So yeah. So then I put it up here. 12 is equal to the square root of 2. Okay? Now, let's get back to that little equation I was telling you about that we need to remember about this thingy. Okay, so we know that this length is whatever this times the square root of 3. So, yeah, let's get to that. So we have that triangle. This is 12 times the square root of 2. Now, okay, so what is that times 3? That is 12 by the square root of 6, because when we multiply that, that is how it is. But let me, and just to double check, yeah, it's in the book, so that the problem is in the book, and I need to do some simplifying real quick. That's not quite right. So we know that, let's pretend this is AB, okay? This length, okay? And then that's C. So we know that AB is equal to AC times the square root of 3. So then we have our little equation here. Give me a sec. Okay. So then we have our little equation here. So we have that AB is equal to this, 12 by the square root of 2. So we obviously know that, let me get down here, then we can get this equation that AC is equal to 12 by the square root of 2 over the square root of 3. Because when we do that, we can divide that here, which, because it's the same thing, we get this, okay? So then we start simplifying. This is 12 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 3. We can easily multiply that by 3 times the square root of 3. Okay? So when we do that, we get these two, let's see, equal to that. 12 times the girth. So when it's multiplied by the square root of 3, it is equal to 12 times the square root of 6. Alright, I am right. So, because when you multiply this by that, 2 times 3 is 6, so that's why. And because it's the same thing, it's the square root of 3 parentheses squared. When you have double of that, this cancels out, so you only have the 3 left. So, there's the 3. Okay, and then you pull it down. 12 divided by 3, that's 4. So we get 4 times the square root of 6. So I think I wasn't very clear about that last one down here, but it's kind of testing. But it's always the same thing. It's about the same thing as 1/2 of the equilateral triangle. I keep dropping that pen. Anyway, so that is 4 times the square root of 6. Let me erase this so I have more work to show you what else to do. So we have this. This is 4 times the square root of 6 plus 12 times the square root of 2 is equal to c squared. Okay, so right, forgot the squares. So then that becomes 16 times 6 plus 144 times 2 is equal to c squared. When we do that, so that's 636 dd. I still need to do my math. 6, 3, 6, 9, 96. 96 plus 288 is equal to c squared. Then when we do that, it's 4. I still need to do some math. 6. Okay, so 13, bring up the 1. 18. 18. Oh wait, no, this is a 2. This is a 3. 384 is equal to c squared. So then when we start doing it, did I do it right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So we find that the square root of 384 is c squared. And then we soon find out that that's the, because it's the hypotenuse, then we